this thing on? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, okay. Hey, it's week 8, and it's another video, and apparently I suck at life, and I'm the worst host ever, and I'm boring. So, yeah, it's week 8, and Josh, Jared, Anderson, Chase, and myself are going to win. That's it. Thank you. Bye. Okay, that was a joke. With us this week, we have, of course, Wes. Say hello, Wes.
Hello, and we're going to do our best this week to try and make Steven not seem so boring.
Oh, yes. I know this is going to be a very difficult task.
Oh, by the way, Steven, please let the audience know that it's week 8.
Okay, it's week 8, sorry.
8, it's week 8, there we go.
Week 8 recap, or just, is this a preview show?
This is the preview show.
Okay.
And a special preview show at that, Steven. Tell them why.
Because I think we have Doug, as long as he's still on the line. I don't know. Doug, are you there?
Hello, sucker.
Yep, there he is.
Dougie Fresh, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Yep. And
It's the Asian Dougie Fresh. It's a stand-in.
Yeah, and he's actually calling in from Asia because he has severe technical difficulties going on. So we're just going to roll with it. And apparently I was told that I had the wrong scoreboard up during our last recap video. And I want everybody to know that wasn't a mistake. That I put that up on purpose because I wasn't the highest score in Week 7. So I didn't see any point of putting up Week 7.
I don't know why they would have expected anything different from you.
Exactly.
If that's the worst that happens on this show, I'm all for it.
That's right. I'm the producer. I can do what I want anyway. You know,
That's factually correct.
I make this happen. So, you know.
The producer, the director, and now the host.
Suck it.
Suck it!
All right. So, now that we've got all the serious business out of the way, we're going to go into the waiver wire. Wes, why don't you take this one?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about pickups. Obviously, 4 teams on bye this week, so had some normal shuffles of defenses and kickers, but also a couple big additions. The number 1 pickup on the wire this week was Rashad Jennings, and even though Marshall didn't have number 1 priority, he was able to get the claim of Rashad, and for now he has him in his lineup, so that's a big add. Also, Chris Givens was picked up last week by Shotgun and then immediately dropped, and Marshall was able to get him as well. Aside from that, I picked up Jonathan Stewart for kind of a glimmer of hope. If he actually becomes the exclusive number 1 there in Carolina, he could get a lot of touches, so it could be valuable to have him on the bench going forward. Anything you see out of those guys, Steven?
Nope. I don't see anything because I'm boring.
Steven is boring. How about you, Doug?
I'm boring.
Oh, hey, it's a boring podcast. Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah. All right. Our first matchup we're going to talk about this week is the Oakland A's twin Josh Freeman versus Fish.
Yeah, so I think some air has to be cleared here before we go too far.
Okay.
The whole Oakland A's. I'm not an Oakland A. I like the Oakland A's. I want my profile picture to be the Oakland A's. Oakland A's my ass. Like, I don't really know if Josh is embracing this moniker or if maybe he wants to kind of like get rid of it and disband it. But if he would rather be the Cleveland Browns, I'm open to that assessment.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, now that that's been said, let's move on.
Okay. All right. So, Doug, are you still there?
Sir.
Okay. You sound like shit, but we'll move on anyway. So, who do you think is Josh's key player for this week?
Josh, I think it's Chris Johnson. I think if he has a big week like he had last week, then that's going to be the icing on the cake.
Well, that sucks because that's against your own team.
Interesting play by Doug there. I think he's right about CJ2K. Like, is he actually back, or was that a fluke? It'll be interesting to see what Chris Johnson does this week. For me, I'm going to go with Dwayne Bowe. Having Brady Quinn at quarterback is never a great thing. But if Bowe can actually muster up some points here, I think if he needs at least 10 points in order for him to have any impact in this game and to give Josh a chance.
And I'm going to go with David Akers, the kicker, because kickers are awesome. and that's it. And so what do y'all got for Fish?
Yeah, let's go across the board to Fish. For him, I said that he needs someone to step up big and actually have a big week. I can see his players putting up consistent numbers, but as we saw last week, you can get 5s to 9s from everybody and still not get a win. So for him, I'm saying Phillip Rivers. Not really a huge surprise, but I think Rivers has to put up 30 just for Fish to stay in this game.
Doug, what about you?
I have 2. I think he needs a bust-out week from Russell Wilson. And also the Eagles defense. I mean, the last 5 weeks they had 0, 1, 2, 5, 7 points. Yeah, 5 and 7, like you said earlier, is okay, but they've yet to really do much. They've been known as a great defense.
So Doug, calling in on the satellite phone, said Russell Wilson and the Eagles defense.
Yeah, that signal's being bounced off of Mars, so it's taking a minute to get here, and it's not the strongest of signals.
Well, I'm going to go with Robbie Gould. I don't know how to say his last name.
Keeping the kicker theme alive, as is tradition.
Gold. How do you say his last name?
It's just gold.
Gold. All right. What the put a U in there? Is what I want to know.
The British.
The British? Harry Potter?
He sounds like he's from London.
Harry. All right.
Let's get on to the next matchup,
All right,
shall we?
moving on. We got Shotgun versus Jared. Jared, my man. What do we got here?
Yeah, Jared's been putting up big numbers. Been pretty consistent for the last couple of weeks. And, I really dug deep into his lineup here, and I took Pierre Thomas as his matchup play this week. Going against Jacksonville, or make that Denver, I think he has a chance to actually get some carries and maybe do something. But I think Pierre Thomas needs a touchdown in order to be effective.
Doug?
Carson Palmer. I think he can blow up and have a big game.
Carson Palmer's not on Jared's team.
Sorry, that's shocking. For Jared.
He's also using dial-up internet, so he's looking at a previous week's or year's roster.
Dial-up internet on a satellite phone.
Jared, right?
Yeah, Jared. That guy.
I think for Jared to have a chance, he relies on that Bears defense.
Woo! I mean, they could score points, but it's hard to rely on that defense. But I guess he has to. So he does have a valid point.
It has won and lost for him, though.
That is true.
Well, considering you're about to take Blair Walsh, let's hear it, Steve.
How did you know?
I had a feeling.
Do I have some kind of trend going on or something? Of course I'm going to take Blair Walsh because kickers are awesome.
Toasted Ravioli himself. Yeah, kickers are awesome. Is he left-footed or right-footed? I don't see a stat for that.
It doesn't matter. He can kick with both feet.
There it is.
He's an NFL kicker. He can do whatever he wants.
The ambi-footer.
They carry the back on their team, dude. Kickers do.
Speaking of carrying the team, I look across the way at Shotgun here, and I see holes in this kid's lineup like no other. But here's what I did for Shotgun. I came up with a bit of a double-footed plan for him as well, and I decided that between Hasselbeck and Green, he has to get 20 points.
I could see that with Indianapolis.
I don't think they're a terrible defense.
Yeah.
Speaking from a true Colts fan, what do you see here, Doug?
I think he needs Carson Palmer to blow up.
Parson Calmer.
Yes, sir.
Great QB in the land.
Well, I'm going to take Greg Zuerlein. Greg Zuerlein.
Greg Zuerlein.
Yep, it's a shame he ain't playing on Saturday.
I think he's bounced every team in the league.
Yeah, I played him a week and he didn't do nothing. Big surprise. I picked somebody up and they put up goose eggs. That's how it works for me. So, moving on to our next matchup, which is against our own Doug Zola and Anderson. Doug, who do you besides your quarterback situation, what do you need this week?
I don't really have anybody else worth talking about. But I think for me to at least put up a decent amount of points and still lose, maybe to win the trophy for the highest losing player, Larry Fitzgerald has been too up and down, and I need him to have a big game. He's only had 3 touchdowns all year.
That's asking a lot against the Niners defense.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it is asking a lot, but I think it's true at the same time. Like, even if you were to get solid production out of the rest of your team, which you're not, if Larry Fitzgerald didn't put up a huge game against San Francisco, then you wouldn't have a chance. But like you said, Stephen, coming into this, you can't look past his lack of quarterbacks right now. He has one quarterback starting this week. Like, if you look at the wire, is he going to pick up Tim Tebow? Like, Doug, I really don't know what you have in mind. My hope is that you can maybe work a trade between now and then. But if not, like, this week's pretty much lost for you.
Yeah, you got to pick up somebody, but at least you have Phil Dawson. That is the main thing.
Feel sorry for me.
That as long as you have Phil Dawson, you can't go wrong, because he's a kicker in the NFL. That's all I got to say.
A starting kicker in the NFL is worth at least 7 to 9 points every week.
Exactly.
He's a man.
An old man, in fact. I think he might be the oldest active kicker in the league.
True.
So let's take a look at Jason. I go across to him, and I did much the same I did for Shotgun. I decided that for him, Vic Ballard and Steve Smith. Steve Smith going against the Bears D, who's very good defense. I think between those two, they have to put up at least 15 points in order for Jason to be competitive.
Doug?
Jason Witt, New York Giants defense is not, I wouldn't say it's outstanding, but they're still strong. And as shaky as Romo's been lately, I think Jason Witt could be his go-to guy.
That's quality. And normally, in a perfect world, I would go with Sebastian Janikowski here. But I'm going to go with the Vikings defense.
What a turn. The cat is out of the bag. The show was filmed after tonight's Thursday night game. And, Jason, they allowed 36 points and put up a -5 for your team. So I still think that you're going to have a decent week, but that's certainly not helping.
Sebastian Janikowski is going to definitely keep him close.
So let's get on to the next matchup, rather, between Marshall and Chase. Just like I said earlier with Marshall going after Rashad Jennings, I think this could be a breakout week for him. MJD
I'm sorry. Are you hosting this? Did you just move the matchup without my permission?
You know, I just bounced along to a matchup that was just calling my name, and Rashad Jennings is that player that's doing so right now. For this matchup, I can see the quarterbacks being pretty balanced, but I think Rashad Jennings could have a breakout game here, and I think that if that happens, then Marshall could have that pave his way to victory.
Doug?
Seattle defense.
Ooh.
They can slow down
sweet.
Megatron. They can slow down Megatron and Matt Stafford and put up a decent amount of points. I think Marshall.
Yeah, he's going to have to rely on something besides his quarterback play, like his kicker, Dan Bailey. I mean, this guy's legit. He's the
real deal.
He's so good that they don't even use correct time management to even let him finish the game because they want to keep it a secret. So Dan Bailey's the man. If they ever let him kick, he's going to win MVP or something. So who do y'all got for Grandma's breast milk?
Yeah, when I look at Grandma's breast milk, all I see
is a bunch of sagging
white bottle stuck in Chase's mouth. But no, really, when I look at Chase's roster, I read down through these quality players, and the one name that jumps out at me is Lawrence Dimes.
That's
probably the worst kicker in the league.
Does that jump out more than you think? Grandma breastfeeding?
Chase's grandma breastfeeding is no joke. All right, that's a serious title. He wants that to be a name that really stands for something, and I think he's done that. So besides Chase's name, I think that the player that's going to have to really come through for him is Marcus Colston. I think that his team looks really bad this week. Starting Lerod Stevens-Howling against San Francisco is not advisable. You're starting the Giants handcuffed to Ahmad Bradshaw and Andre Brown against Dallas, who's been a pretty effective defense. Unless Colston has a big game and puts up over 20, Chase doesn't have a chance in this game.
Doug.
Honestly, I hope all of Chase's players score negative 20. But I guess if anybody, I'd probably say Kenny Britt, because the quarterback position in Tennessee has been very questionable. But if Kenny Britt finally hook up with the quarterback and score a big game,
Once again, going against your own team.
I have to.
He hates himself and his team.
I tell you who's going to keep Chase close to Marshall. It's Lawrence Tynes.
Fine.
That guy. These guys, their kickers are actually facing each other.
You know, I'm going to actually make a prediction here. I'm going to say that Lawrence Tynes misses less than 3 field goals.
That's ballsy.
I'm going to say Dan Bailey doesn't kick.
Ooh. That one I'm not buying. I don't know
No,
about that.
because
That's ridiculous.
they can't score. They can get. I think they can at least get in the field goal range, but I think Dan Bailey probably actually has a good day in all
You're
seriousness.
probably right.
Yep.
But
Yep.
anyway, now drum roll that I don't have. I tried to find a soundbite, but I lost it.
I don't know if you can hear that.
There we go.
There
We
it is.
have
Steven, tell them what time it is. Actually, I want to tell them what time it is.
we
Can I
have
tell them what time it is?
you tell us what time it is, Wes.
I'd like to tell everyone that it's time for the East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl between Wes and Steven. And that is this week's matchup of the week.
Absolutely, the East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl is going to be epic. It has already been epic. One game through the week. And
Yeah, you can say that twice, or at least 3 times. We're looking at 31-28. You're up by 3. And you had Josh Freeman. I had Doug Martin. Both beautiful players. I got to put that out there.
neither one of us could have expected half of those points from those guys this week.
Okay, actually, I did expect half, and you probably did too.
Not really.
14 out of a running back, it's not bad. And then 15 and a half out of a quarterback. I'll take it. I don't know how you get a half point in this league, but I'll certainly take it.
All right. So, who do you got for yourself?
Well, for the East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl, for the team of my Vic in a box, I think that the key player is Jimmy Graham. If he can come back this week and not only suit up but play and play at a high level against Denver, I think that I have a chance to be in this game. If he doesn't play, if it comes down to a game-time decision and I don't switch him out, or if I play Brandon Myers and Brandon Myers just gets a modest 5 to 6 points, then I think I'm going to struggle in this game.
Doug.
Doug, let's get your input.
For West,
Yeah.
That's correct.
we'll go with my boy, Reggie Wayne. Dude has a ton of yards and a ton of receptions this year. He's actually like second in the league in both categories, but he has hardly caught any in the end zone, and that's what matters. So I think if Wayne plays big, he can play well for West.
I'm going to go with nobody. Because I hope you suck. Because I don't want you to win. So why would I want anybody to do well on your team?
That's
Moving
not
on.
a bad strategy, actually.
Exactly.
You're a terrible loser.
Doug
But
Martin
Doug
can
Martin's
suck
a
it.
terrible winner.
Doug Martin can
you know
suck
what
it.
you're worse at?
Winning.
Hosting the show.
Oh,
He's just so boring.
I know. This guy sucks. Somebody turn this
Hey,
shit
Steve,
off.
let's kick it across the board here to you. What's your kicker looking like this week?
Maximum power.
We're not going out of turn here, so go ahead.
All
Wes.
right, fine. I'll do it. Let's get down to you. Here's what I think it comes to, Steven. Even though I think your team, moreover, is going to suck this week. Stephen Ridley against the St. Louis defense that has been quite good this year. I think if Stephen Ridley can get at least 12 points against St. Louis, then I think you're going to be competitive in this game.
In London
London Town.
with Harry Potter.
Doug, do you have an opinion on Stephen's roster this week in the East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl?
All right, let's see. I was going to say Aaron Rodgers, but against Jacksonville, probably going to play big anyway. But I guess I'm going to go with Martellus Bennett.
Well, cheerio to that, mate.
Yeah.
Martellus Bennett did pretty well. After last week, he actually showed up to a game again.
Yeah, I mean, the guy hasn't done squat all year until I bench him.
I'm sorry, by squat, did you mean diddly poo?
Diddly poo.
Diddly poo.
For me, my whole mother team has to do it. That's what's going to happen.
You know, Steven, I think as a GM this week, it's time to put the team on your back, though.
Yeah, and I'm going to take home the East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl mother. Yeah.
I think you left out trophy. But either way, actually, there should be a trophy for this game.
Absolutely. We'll make it happen. How many stars?
So, you left out the fact that it's the first inaugural East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl.
It.
I say this trophy should be awarded 4 stars.
4 stars. You got it.
Not unlike the amount of stars worn on the collar of one Ryan Fish.
Okay. Just to be fair, because a lot of people take their trophies seriously, but because we do put in a lot of hard work into this video every week, every winner will get a 3-star trophy this week, and the winner of our matchup will get 4.
No, that's bullshit.
Does that sound fair?
That does not sound fair. Maybe a 1-point trophy, a 2 max, but 3 is ridiculous for just 1 win. Especially if you're playing Chase this week. It's not a 9 W.
2.
Okay, I can settle for 2.
Whatever the... God, I messed that up.
It's just getting away now. I think Jason Hansen has taken over the mothership, and at this point is crashing the team into Doug's satellite phone.
Oh.
Harry Potter. All right. So let's jump into predictions.
PK video. Yeah. So let's do some predictions.
All right, Wes, who you got for Josh and Ryan? Fish.
Yeah, for Josh and Fish, no big surprise here. I'm going to go with Josh. I think in the true spirit of Oakland A's baseball, he's really turning into playoff form. And that roster is starting to perform. And I cannot go against Josh right now.
Doug,
when I'm kicking it to you.
I will also go with Joshua. Hands down, feet down, lay down on the floor, whatever you want to do. Russell Wilson, Frank Gore might not play. Tight end is sweet sauce. I just don't see Fish being able to pull it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the train here. As I don't know who says that. I don't even know. Is that even a saying? I don't think it is. Yeah, I just make it up as I go. You know what? But Josh has got this.
So let's bounce it down to Jared and Shotgun. I'll go first on this one. And kind of surprising this week, I'm going to go with Jared.
Doug, that's you. The pause is your cue.
I'm going to take Shotgun because of this matchup all the way across the board, especially in the running back position.
Yeah, and this pisses me off because I hate you, Wes, but I actually have Jared too. And I hate taking the same person as you in controversial calls.
Controversial calls. That's all right. We're grown. We're 40.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? So down to the third matchup.
Hey, hold on. What are you doing?
Oh.
This is my show. Okay.
Kick it off, will you?
To the third show. Third matchup. See, I can't even think. God. This is so irritating.
As is tradition.
You kill me. So, alright. Wes, who do you have between our guest co-host Doug and Anderson this week?
Alright, it's not a coach, it's a guest. Our guest, Doug and Anderson. I thought it was only fitting that maybe Doug pick first. Maybe we should have him pick last instead this time. No surprise here. If you look at ESPN projections, they're obviously a little bit overrated again this week. But Doug's roster is a catastrophe. Like, he makes Josh look like an all-star team. But yeah, I'm going with Jason here.
Yeah, I want ESPN to get off of Anderson's nuts. I mean, what is up? I mean, he has a good team, yeah, but I mean, to get projected almost 160 points, this freaking defense put up -5.
Tell me about it.
I mean,
no one projected that the Vikings D would put up -5 against the Bucks.
well, but still, how's the team gonna put up 160 plus every freaking week? It doesn't
Now they're
happen.
going to put up like 150.
Ugh. All right. Anyways, I still got Anderson, and unless between now and then Doug finds a viable quarterback, but I mean, I take Anderson. Doug?
Obviously, Anderson. And hear me out, fellow fantasy comrades. I need a quarterback. And I got myself losing basically because I don't have a solid second quarterback. My dude is on bye week.
Yeah, I don't think anyone heard much of anything, but
Yeah.
what Doug says, he needs another quarterback besides Tim Tebow. But yeah, unless you pick up someone better than Tim Tebow, you're losing this week. But it's funny that you actually picked against yourself. You're the first person in the history of the show to actually do that.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to
that.
be honest.
Actually, no, I didn't take myself in the first week when I was doing those really homosexual videos by myself.
You did not. You're correct.
So, but I don't want to compare that show to this show. So, yes,
Those are
Doug, you were the first
shows.
person to not pick yourself, and the Russians really need to stop trying to tap into your signal and breaking it up because I can't hear you.
Hello.
So, moving on to Marshall and Chase. Wes, who you got?
You know, like I said, the QBs are going to be balanced here. It really comes down to a couple of key players. And Marshall's been managing to put up good points all year. And I think that RG3 and Breeze are not going to change that pace this week. I think Marshall's going to put up a lot. Chase is going to struggle. I got Marshall winning.
Doug?
Hate to say it, but I got to go with Chase simply because of the quarterback matchup.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Chase just for the fact that New Orleans coming to Denver this week. And I think Peyton Manning, who's constantly getting better as the year goes on, is probably going to have a pretty good week. Colston, I think, is probably going to continue in that same game as well. So I think that Chase is probably going to win, not by much.
Good
And
to see it finally split a game.
yeah, finally.
Against the little
Of course, we're going to split the drum roll, please. East, West, grab your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl, sir.
There it is. The first ever inaugural East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl.
Yes. Wes, who do you have?
You know what? I'm going to take myself because I'm going to beat you by like 30 points.
Suck it. Doug, who do you got? Doug?
I gave it to West, and partly because what I've already seen Doug Martin do tonight. I mean, that's quarterback numbers at the running back spot.
Whatever. I got myself because I'm beast, and I've won 4 out of 5 games, and I'm on a roll, and I'm in the positive standings area, and I'm not going back to mediocrity. Mediocrity. Whatever.
Correct.
This is not English class. This is a semi-amateur radio show.
This is a house of learned doctors.
Or that.
Just what?
This is the home of the East-West Grab Your Brasso Prior Enlisted Bowl, and we will act as such.
All right, ladies. Any last parting words?
Yeah, I want to wish myself good luck. I want to wish Doug a quarterback. And I want to wish Steven a nice, healthy suck it.
How rude. Doug, anything?
Not really. Let the best man win.
Hey, Doug, thanks for joining us this week. It's been fun. Get a
Yeah.
better mic. Maybe next time we can actually hear you.
Good job. Maybe you can just come on over next time.
For you guys, I'm going to bed.
All right. Y'all, we'll see y'all in the Week 8 recap. Peace out. Took your word again.
Told my line again.
Yes.
Oopsie.
Bye. Kickers are awesome. They carry the back on their team, dude. I hope that was entertaining enough. I hope it was boring. If it was, suck my